So there's a little bit of a behind the scenes video. This is looking at the gimbal, new gimbal, the Hohem, and the old GoPro camera back onto the gimbal, which is good. That means I can get some good video. And of course the scooter brackets, which have been through a very big progressive change. We did try the microphone shock mount in Thailand, but obviously that broke. It's not really designed to put any weight on it really. It's meant to be static, and of course it broke off. I know Mr. Alfie repaired it, but I never really felt confident in it again after that, because the camera did fall on the floor and is currently broken. So unfortunately that's another camera down the pan. And of course the Removu people are not responding to any emails about getting it repaired, and of course after the last performance with the repair costing $100, and also having to pay import duties as well on top of that, it became cheaper just to buy a new camera, which is what I did in the end. So that was the camera that I took to Thailand with me. So I'm hoping that this arrangement is going to be better. This is the new part, which has the 1/4 thread on it, which screws into the side of the gimbal. There's a 1/4 socket, and of course it's very tricky to get this done up. But this right angle is locked into place on the arm, and I've got to find a way of doing this bit here, but at the moment it's two like very strong elastic bands holding that on. You may remember that from the scooter from Pattaya. So that is the new gimbal holder. The additional thing that I've done is I put this bracket back on. Now this bracket obviously is attached using the same sort of clamp. So there's two clamps, this clamp here, and then there's another clamp up here. Now the beauty of that is that this bracket will come off. Sorry about the squeaky chair, we've got a bit of a squeak. But the beauty is that this, I can put my devices on using the Velcro pads, and of course I can put the power bank and the audio recorder on there. That's something that I didn't have on the trip to Thailand. I didn't put that on because I didn't really have any need for it. And there's also a screw here, which I'm going to use for a mobile phone holder. So I'm going to put a mobile phone holder on there, and hopefully the mobile phone holder will be able to control the gimbal. Here's a little test that we're doing with the gimbal attached to the scooter in the new bracket. We've got the new bracket on. If I put this straight, should be to the front. Oop. That's the wing mirror bashing on things. And there is Mum's flowers from yesterday, from the funeral. I'll put them in a bucket of water, but I don't know if they're going to last very long. Right, well that's the test done. Right, seems to be okay. So I've got a new bracket. It's going to be difficult getting it on and off though, in a hurry. It does. It's got a screw thread, and I'm hoping that it will stay. I may take off the tripod off the bottom. But you know, hopefully it will work. Got this testing, taking the scooter out with the gimbal. And see what it looks like when it's when I get the footage back. I can see what it's like with the vibrations. It is shaking quite a lot. I'm hoping that that will be sufficient to do not vibrate a lot. We'll see. So it's a lovely sunny day. It shouldn't be. It should be raining today. And we're just going to go around the front and then come back around just because we can. So not going very fast. I'm just normal speed on the pavement. A lovely sunny day. That new gimbal bracket is quite good, but I can see that it would be quite difficult to actually take on and off quickly. Yeah, so we've got the sun behind me. It's nice to get out in the fresh air actually. It's a bit stuffy inside. So this bracket's working quite well. I'll wait for them to go. I've got me furry slippers on. I've got to keep my eye on the gimbal in case it does come undone. It feels fairly solid. It is actually screwed in, but it's just very difficult to screw in. We're recording on the road. We've got some wind noise coming in from there. It's very windy. Going into the zoom H1. So we're back at the back of the house again. So if I can find a way of undoing it quickly, I think that is a success. Just to say, you probably wouldn't want to be out here for very long. It's a bit flowy.
France today entering a recession by nearly 6%, the worst quarterly growth figures since records began in 1949. Spain and Italy's economy are also suffering. Well, joining me now from Paris is the world-renowned economist Thomas Piketty. Hello to you. Thanks very much indeed for joining us here on BBC News. Given the economic challenges that the globe is facing, can you single out any one country that is dealing with it in a better way than any of the others?
Well, I think we are all learning. This is completely,
And,
short-term territory. I think we are going to see after this crisis the need to really invest more in our hospitals and
quite impressed.
I think we should use this opportunity to rethink our economic model and to try to...
Yeah, I think that worked quite well, actually, to be perfectly honest with you.
At this stage, the key priority...
Anyway, that's the behind the scenes look at the gimbal holder and gimbal arrangement for a scooter.